I hate you, Houston. I hate you so much. Why are you doing this to us? Why? Gosh, this has just been brutal. What's up, guys? It's Frankie here, and the Astros did it to us again. They beat the Yankees 4-1 here in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. They are now up 2-1 as we get ready for Game 4, which I believe will be tomorrow, unless there's a rain out. It is scheduled for tomorrow, but I've heard some stuff about rain, so maybe the game will get postponed. Before I scream and yell, and I will get to screaming and yelling, let me just say that what we've seen in the last two games is what I expect, and I think most people expected heading into this series. The Houston Astros are the better team. They are the better team. They are the more well-rounded team. What's up, Hats? Congrats again. Astros are just killing us, man. And let me tell you something. All right, I'll get to that first. Good game. Very good game for Houston. Just, it wasn't even a game. It was over like that. Hello, hey, what's up, Edgar? This was just brutal tonight. But yeah, Houston is a better team. And the biggest reason, they are better pitched. They have better starting pitching. Garrett Cole delivered again. And I'll be honest, that was not the best Garrett Cole performance I've seen. But you know what? He delivered. Garrett Cole, I mean, he wasn't perfect. Had a lot of walks. Had a few hits. But he got out of it every single time. He is a monster. I saw the stat last night. Did I read that correctly or earlier in the game? That his fastball velocity goes up as the game goes on? How do you do that? How does that happen? This guy is a cyborg. I don't know what he's doing, but it's infuriating to me. But he's great. He's a fantastic pitcher. I wish the Yankees will sign him in the offseason, but that's the offseason. We can't worry about that now. Houston has been playing better. Credit to Altuve and credit to Reddick, who hit the home runs, and then Altuve got home on the wild pitch, and then Gurriel hit the sac fly. And that was basically it. Those were the 4 runs the Astros scored. Astros win the game. So congrats to Houston. They're on a dominating win. We'll see if they pull it off in Game 4. Now to my Yankees. And let me tell you something, folks. I was pumped for this game. I was fired up, put on the hat, got the shirt on. I'm ready. Game 3. It's an afternoon special, matinee. Can't wait for this. And not even as the Yankees roll call is being finished. The roll call hasn't even finished yet. You'll get them, Tom, for sure. This guy Sanchez is very talented, no doubt, but the guy is killing us. I'll get to Sanchez here. Just wait. As the roll call isn't even done yet. They're halfway through the roll call. Altuve hits the home run. And right then, I knew the game was over. Right then, after 2 batters, I knew the game was over. I knew the Yankees. We are the Walgreens moment of truth. I guess I'll get to Boone here in a little bit, but right after Altuve hits the home run, I knew it was over. I knew the Yankees weren't coming back. I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew they weren't going to get to Cole. I just knew it. And then it only got worse. You have Severino out there, yet again, in a terrible postseason start. Yet again, I know he just came back and all that. Terrible in the postseason once again. This is what we've come to expect from him. We have Brian Cashman, as I'm being reminded, that he told us back at the trade deadline, we don't need any starting pitching. We're good. We're totally fine. We're good with the guys we have. I mean, Brian, how you feeling right now? How you feeling about that pitching right now? Feeling good about it? Awful there. So that was bad. So Severino, Cashman, I'm angry at Cashman here. And then Reddick hits the home run. I mean, and I'm talking, and what does he say yesterday? He said something about how the Yankees fans are, they say all this negative stuff. And I wanted the Yankees to really get to him. But no, they hit a home run to him. He hits a home run. Shut this all up. No timely hits. Wait until 2 outs. Get offense going. Yes, Sanchez is a crybaby. Yes, Torres. Oh boy. All right, so we had that. We had all that, and then we have Adam Ottavino. And how many times do we need to see Adam Ottavino pitch? He is terrible. How many more times is Aaron Boone gonna put this guy out there? How many? What else do you need to see? I mean, last 2 batters, away he goes. Then you have Zach Britton, who can't throw the ball correctly, ends up in the dirt. You have Gary Sanchez. Oh my gosh, Gary Sanchez, the most useless, worthless player on this team. Can't hit, can't field, can't do anything this postseason. And he gives up the run, and then the sac fly, whatever. So that, and then you have this Yankee offense yet again shut down. Hey, only 3 minutes now, your stream is notified. Good, I'm good at that. I'm sick of wait till next year. I want Aaron Boone fired. We'll get to that, but you look at this Yankee offense here, and for the most part, they shut down again. Judge went 1 for 4. Gardner 0 for 4. Encarnacion, who's been terrible, 1 for 4. Gleyber Torres. Let me tell you, folks, this game was so boring. And the Yankees also were never in this game. They were never in it. I never felt like this team. There were so many times. How many times with runners in scoring position? How many times? How many times with 2 outs did they get things going? And then the next out, it's over. I mean, the best hit ball all night, aside from Torres, was Didi's hit. That came within a few feet of the wall. Came within a few feet of going over the wall. And, of course, it just lands right. It just dies. And all hope is lost. This game was so boring, I forgot Torres hit a home run. I didn't even notice it. I was like, oh, Gleyber hit a home run. Yay. I mean, they were never in this game. The Yankees were never, ever in this game. And that infuriated me. But you also had Didi. What's going on with Didi here? 0 for 4. Gary Sanchez. Oh my gosh, 0 for 4. Batting .077. Urshela 0 for 3. I don't know what's going on with Stanton. Is he really hurt? Is Stanton really hurt or not? Please tell me. What's going on there? And then, of course, the goats of Severino and Ottavino. And Zach Britton. Rams just got Jalen Ramsey. Yay. Great for them. Funny thing is, they are the best hitting team with men on base, but they forget that in the playoffs. Yes, I don't know what's going on. Here's the problem. This team is always a home run hitting team, but in October, it doesn't always work because the weather is colder, okay? The balls don't travel as far. So this team needs to work. It's okay if you want to hit home runs in June, July, and August. But in October, you need to learn how to hit singles and doubles, and this team doesn't do that. It's home run, walk, or strikeout. Bring back Girardi. Yay. I would love to bring Girardi back. Oh my gosh. So this offense dies yet again for the second straight game. And you have the starting pitching, once again, struggle. The only good postseason pitcher we have is Tanaka. That's it. That's it. It's not Paxton and Severino, who have been 2 terrible performances in a row. Oh my gosh, it is so infuriating to me. But again, I also have to compass this because they play great pitching. And that's what I have to compass this with. The Astros are the better team. I have to remind myself of that. That Houston is the better team. So it shouldn't be surprising. But it's amazing to see how great this team does in the regular season. And they can't get it done in October because they run into the buzzsaw known as the Houston Astros. They run into Verlander and they run into Garrett Fleetman Cole. It's infuriating. It's frustrating. But that's what Houston is right now. And now the Yankees fire Rothschild, Boone, Cashman. I wouldn't fire any of those guys, but I also know that it's just frustrating right now to watch this. I don't know what I do. Why did I get the same Astros pitcher with ease last year? That's the most frustrating part. Yes! Last year the Red Sox were able to figure it out. They bombed Houston. But although Garrett Cole wasn't there yet. But today, for some reason now, no. The Yankees dynasty in the 90s never froze up and he never really had home run hitters. Yes! So I don't what's going on now? This team, for some reason, in October, we thought in Game 1 they fixed it. We thought in Game 1, oh my gosh, the Yankees fixed it. They got all their problems solved. And now here in Game 2 and Game 3, 3 runs. Off 2 hits. Really, it was the Judge home run in Game 2 and the Torres home run tonight. When Joe Girardi to be a manager for the Cubs. I hope he gets that job. That'd be great. Fire the hitting coach. The hitting coach does great in the regular season. What happens in the playoffs? But we run into great pitching. So I'm torn between, is this just really bad Yankees hitting, or is this really great Houston pitching? I'm having a hard time figuring out which it is. It's probably just a combination of the two. And so now again, the Yankees, Cole pitched Game 2 against the Sox last year. That's right. And they lost that game, if I remember correctly. Was Cole on the Astros last year? I'm blanking here. I thought Cole wasn't on the Astros last year. No, Greinke was. That's right. Greinke was on. Greinke got traded this year. Cole was on Houston. For some reason, I thought Cole got traded last year. He got traded this year. He got traded last year. That's right. I'm so sick of waiting till next year. Hey, now we know how the rest of the league feels of waiting till next year. This is the Yankees. It's different. We're held to a different standard because we're the Yankees. But today, in this day and age, it's hard for us to do that. It's hard for us to win as much as back in the 90s or back in the 70s or back in the 40s and 50s. It's a different time. But again, now it's a must-win Game 4. I don't know who's starting in Game 4 here. How much longer do I need to wait? I'm waiting until next year since 2009. Cubs fans waited 108 years, man. I mean, Red Sox fans waited 86 years. Houston waited, over 50 years. No, Red Sox fans haven't really had to wait long. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm frustrated right now. Again, I'm angry. But, again, it's just a combination of Houston's really good and the Yankees' bats have been silent. And their starting pitching is frustrating. And that DD pitch was so frustrating because he hits it and you're like, oh my gosh, he's going to go over the wall, we're going to take the lead, just dies the track. So I'm saying that sometimes teams go through droughts. You just don't expect it of the Yankees. Since 1923, the Yankees, I think, have only had a 10-year drought. I think the Yankees have had a 10-year drought, if I remember correctly. What? 3 times? The Yankees have had a 10-year drought, I believe, 3 times in the last 100 years. I want a World Series title now. I do too, but I don't care if we win the next 2. We're screwed. We ain't winning in Houston again. Why does this always happen to us? Houston is just dominant. I'm not going to rule it out. Hey, if we could beat the Astros once, maybe we can do it again. But now you have to win Game 4 and you have to win Game 5. Now you are in must-win territory. You won Game 1. You got yourself a bunch of goodwill for Yankees fans, and then you blow Game 2, and then tonight in Game 3 you get outplayed. And again, Houston's the better team. That's the difficult part. Houston is the better team. So how are we going to compete with that? How are we going to tackle that? It's frustrating to think about. How is this team going to be how is this team going to compete with Houston? I mean, I think they're winning at least one game in the series. I think they're going to win at least one game here at home. I don't know if that's 4 or 5, but I don't think it'll be both. I hope it's both. I don't know. I'm looking up here who the starters are for Game 4 and Game 5. But maybe the Yankees can play. I know tomorrow is a bullpen day. Okay, looking it up here. Okay, so they haven't announced Game 4, and they haven't announced Game 5. So hopefully we'll get an idea again tomorrow or whenever who the Yankees will start. I don't know what's gonna happen. Again, they're saying it's a bullpen day. I don't know. All I know is right now this stinks. This is really rough. And now Game 4 is a must-win. You had the nice advantage in Game 1. Game 4 is now a must-win. You have to show up. You have to deliver in Game 4. Houston is the better team. They just know how to win. I disagree. They had more wins in the regular season. They have guys with more experience. I think they're the better team. And again, they have better starting pitching. But sometimes the better team doesn't win series. That's our goal. Our goal right now is to be the slightly worse team and win the series. If the Yankees get rid of their cancer, they'd win the World Series. No, because they'd find 3 other guys and they'd have problems too. Everybody's flawed. There's a lot of things that need to go wrong. You can't just say fire Boone, fire Cashman, fire Rothschild, and everything would be turned around. That's not how it works usually in sports. How many times? It's rare to see a manager come in, new manager comes in, and everything turns around. It's rare. It's just frustrating right now. I'm just frustrated. That's all. Who is your favorite player on the Yankees? Right now, nobody, because they all stink. No, probably Judge. Probably Judge. I love Judge. Is this a Judge? Yes. Judgment Day. So I'm representing Judge. So, we might need to fire Cashman. Big G, what's good? What's up, Greg? Fire Cashman. No, I mean, I still love Cashman. I thank him for all the championships. I still think he's doing a great job. But right now with the pitching, that is his biggest problem. In the postseason, for some reason, or at the deadline, this guy said we don't need any more pitching. We don't need any new starting pitching. He said he's totally content with what they had. And now it hurt that Germán was an idiot and hit his wife or whatever. But I really was optimistic coming into the series that they were going to win, but I'm having that deja vu feeling again. Yes. Yeah, I'm having that feeling too. I was thinking about this. I'm like, this feels just like 2 years ago. I'm like, this feels like just like 2 years ago. Feels the exact same way when Houston was just so much better than us. But that was different. 2 years ago, we came in as the big underdogs, and we competed with them. Now, 2 years later, we're better, but they got better. He doesn't even have the eye for pitching talent anymore. Yeah, and baseball, you can do all the great hitting you want, but when it comes to pitching, goodness. When it comes to the pitching, when it comes to the rotation, gosh, it's just rough. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know why he couldn't get guys at the trade. I don't know why. I feel like there were guys you could have gotten at this deadline, at other deadlines in the last few years. He could have gotten better guys for this rotation. And he's stuck with Tanaka. Paxton, and Severino, and only one of those guys has really worked. Yankees will never win a World Series if they, okay, I get it. I mean, there were guys that wanted Girardi fired. Girardi comes in, and now they want Boone fired. And look, there's Aaron Boone. There's not Aaron Boone. There's David Ortiz just loving it. There's Ortiz just celebrating right now. Why are Yankee fans out there? You lost. Why are there so many Yankee fans right now outside the but yeah, let's go Yankees. You lost. Go home. All you Yankee fans, go home. We lost. So frustrating. It's so frustrating to me. Also, yes, it is official, by the way, just to get to it, that Jalen Ramsey has been traded to the LA Rams. So that's a nice addition. I was trying to understand why they got rid of Marcus Peters earlier, and now that makes sense, because they knew they were going to get Ramsey. I don't want what happens to Sanchez, guys. He was so good 2 years ago. He lost his plate discipline. Yeah, and he's never been a good catcher. He's never been a good catcher. So you're like, well, he'll make up for it with his hitting. And now he can't even make... He had a good hitting year this year. But now here in the postseason, in the biggest moment, it doesn't really matter what happens in the regular season if you can't get it done in the postseason. And he wasn't able to get it done here in the postseason. Or so far yet. Hello, you play to win the game. Yeah, the great Herm Edwards. His team plays to win the game, and they keep failing. It's so... Oh, gosh, it's so annoying right now. It's I can't even just... Having a hard time putting it into words because, again, I know they're the better team, but even though you're watching the team and you know the team's better, it still stinks watching your team score 3 runs in 2 games, watch them blow game 2, and now here in game 3 they can't get it. They can't get it done again. Again, I know Houston's a better team. Cole was great again, and the offense. Altuve had the hit, Reddick had the hit, but both of them home runs. But it stinks that I knew the game was over after the second batter. I knew the game was over. And now, goodness. I just had to sit there for 3 hours just waiting and waiting and waiting for this game to end. Because I knew, again, it wasn't going to end better. After the second batter, I prepared for the show, knowing that they were probably going to lose. Again, after batter number 2, I was just like, all right, I'll just wait for this game to end. And they'll lose, and I'll move on with my merry way. It stinks. It hurts. But, my gosh, I hate it. I hate this feeling so much. If Yankees had better pitcher than Yankees... Yes, that's the problem. If the Yankees had better starting pitching, if Paxton and Severino were better, the series would be different. But they don't. You're done with baseball for the rest of the year. Well, I'm going to keep watching baseball. I'm going to keep watching this postseason. Even if the Yankees lose, I'm going to watch Astros and Nationals. I mean, that's one of the strangest series I can think of. Houston, Washington, D.C. I don't know what the ratings would be on that, but... So again, Game 4 tomorrow, the Yankees are in a must-win situation. They have to pull this up. They have to get this done. Okay, so I'm watching the Didi hit here. He gets a good hit off of Cole. And oh my gosh, it went high, and right at the wall. Right at the darn wall. And Garrett Cole was dominant again. Ottavino was so bad. I mean, Ottavino, 2 games in a row here. He cost us in Game 2. And then in Game 3, he just adds unnecessary damage. We'll do another live stream after the Nats game. Only if the Nationals win. I'm really done with this Nationals-Cardinals series. So only if the Nationals win am I going to do a live stream. Because I really don't care. If the St. Louis wins tonight, I don't care. And I'll have nothing interesting to say. Oh, boy. Looking for other stats here about this game, about this dominating performance from Houston. Garrett Cole has a 0 ERA, ladies and gentlemen. Garrett Cole's ERA right now is 0. Oh, gosh. And then after baseball, we get WWE Backstage. I'm not going to watch this. I don't care. Garrett Cole's, again, ERA is 0. It is 0. It annoys me so much. How is this guy so good? Why is this guy so good? Why did he get really good all of a sudden? And why now? The only positive, he didn't have 10 strikeouts today. He only had 7. Whoop-de-doo. Good job, Yankees. You really stopped him. Really stopped him cold. Both teams had the same number of walks. Astros had more bases. Astros had 14 total bases. Yankees had 9. The craziest stat I could think of in this game, both teams were 0-14 in runners in scoring position, And also both teams had 19 left on base. 19. Did not have the problem the Yankees have now. Michael Jordan was about winning. We're not Michael Jordan. We're not the Chicago Bulls. There's no urgency for the Yankees to play 2 acts. There's a difference between us and Houston. It's time. All right, you can't be relaxed right now. If you're the Yankees, you cannot under any circumstance be too relaxed. If you're the Yankees, you have to. Now is the time. Tomorrow, you better come out guns a-blazing because you cannot afford to go down 3-1. If you go down 3-1, the series is over. Cole wasn't even at his and still dominant. Got to give credit where it's due. I don't know, maybe because Verlander's helping him. Yeah. It's amazing what Houston. Okay, I gotta turn off this. Hold on. I gotta turn off this stupid. I don't care about WWE. I'm sorry. It's not real. All right, we'll turn on TBS here. We'll turn on TBS. We'll turn on the end of. We'll turn on the beginning of Nationals Cardinals game 4. Oh gosh. I mean, Fox is really reminding us. Oh, they have WWE. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work for you. You might regret this in a few months. I don't know. I'm really angry. But right now I'm really angry. Everybody. I shouldn't be angry at the WWE, but right now I'm just angry at everybody. I'm ticked off at everybody. Everything stinks. Ottavino stinks. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Stanton. Gary Sanchez is awful. Severino's awful. Terrible in the postseason. Gosh. Everybody on this Yankees offense, with the exception of 2 or 3 guys, has been really bad. They've stopped hitting. Boone wasted too many arms in game 2. Boone wasted too many arms because he had to get rid of Paxton after 3. Because Paxton was terrible. This is all in strategy. I'm not going to blame Boone for using too many arms. Paxton was awful in game 3. Or Paxton was awful in game 2. That's why he had to go to the pen. Unnecessary. I don't think it was unnecessary. I think he had to. I will give Severino credit. After 2 disastrous innings, he calmed down and got him to... What did Severino pitch? 6 innings? Severino pitched only 4 1/3. It felt like it was more. But Severino got to the 5th inning, so credit to him. Did not think that was going to happen. Again, credit that he got that far. But still could have gone longer. Still could have. Gosh, after the first inning, he was at 30 pitches, and I knew the game was over because I knew they were going to go back to the bullpen heavily. I knew that it was going to be another bullpen-heavy game. So I don't know, man. It's so frustrating. He should have just put Green in and just kept him. Yes, Green is my MVP. Green might be my MVP of this season. He gets everybody out. And if they kept Chad Green in game 2, the Yankees probably would have won game 2. It's annoying, man. It is so annoying what is happening here. And the Astros, again, are the better team. I think winning is no longer a priority for Yankees. Not how you refuse to spend money on top pitching knowing that's how you win in October. No, I don't think winning is a top priority. I still think winning is a top priority for the Yankees. They just have they just have different ways of... They just feel like they have different ways of winning than normal. Oh my god, look at this. The Nationals are going to score a run. Or actually, no, they got runners at 3rd and 2nd. St. Louis might have to just fire everybody after this series. This is embarrassing for St. Louis, what's happening here. Aaron Boone's not going to get fired after this season, so... Aaron Boone's probably going to be manager of the year. So if you want Aaron Boone fired, sorry, it's not happening. Do you want Billy Martin back from the grave? It's not going to happen. Want Casey Stengel? Want a CGI Casey Stengel? It's not going to happen. Boone's our guy, and honestly, I've been pretty good with him this season. I don't think he's been the problem. I think starting pitching has been the major problem. The bullpen, I have nothing negative really to say about the bullpen except for Ottavino. The Nationals have it easy. The Nationals have it very easy. They're making a mockery out of St. Louis. St. Louis, this is a huge baseball town. This is all they have. Now that the Rams are gone. The Rams have been gone for a few years. St. Louis, this is their team. I guess you could cut the Blues too. Now that the Blues have won the Stanley Cup. But there'll always be a Cardinals town. Oh my gosh, it's 1-0 Washington. It's 1-0 in the first inning. I gotta ask, have the Cardinals even led at all in this series? The Cardinals haven't led at all in this entire series. Utter annihilation. Whatever. The Yankees need a baseball manager version of Phil Jackson. I mean, it'd be great, but who's out there? Probably the best manager in the history of baseball is probably Casey Stengel or Joe McCarthy, and they're both dead. So, can't get them. I mean, we had a World Series winning manager on our team, and we got rid of him 2 years ago. Man. again, I hope I've given enough credit to Houston because I don't want to just come off as a Yankee fan, just really angry right now. I also want to make sure I've given credit to Houston and how great this team is and how well they're managed and how well they've been built around. When you're about to get swept to a wild card team, yeah, that's also just pathetic. Who was it? Didn't the Orioles? Who did the Royals beat in the 2014 ALCS? Who did the Royals beat in the 2014 ALCS? Was that? It was Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore got swept by a wild card team. Bring back Joe Torre. I wanted to keep Joe Torre too, but they got rid of him and whatever. He hasn't managed in years. I love Joe. I always loved Joe, but he's much older now. We can't get him back. It just stinks right now. This pain, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna get any better. Now it seems like I always thought it was unlikely that we're gonna win this series. They gave me a little bit of hope in Game 1. They gave me a little hope, like, oh my gosh, it's 2-0. What are you doing, St. Louis? What the heck are you doing? Why can't you do anything right? I'm not even a Cardinals fan. This is a joke. You're letting Washington's walking over you. The series is over. The series is not going to win tonight. They're going to clinch tonight. It's going to be Nationals-Astros. What were the odds on the Nationals winning the World Series at the beginning of the year? I'm going to look it up right now because I don't know. It must have been highly unlikely. I know this. I'm going away from Yankees, but this is extraordinary right now. It's the first inning, and they're doing it again. It's the first inning. All right, 2019 World Series odds at the beginning of the year. The Washington Nationals were 20. The Washington Nationals were 16-1. Okay, so it wasn't like a major upset, but they were certainly not, one of the. Let's see, the Dodgers were supposed to be better than them. The Phillies were supposed to be better. Ironically, the Cardinals were supposed to be better. The Cubs were supposed to be better. The Nationals were the 5th best team in the National League, as they were basically all season. So they lived up to that. But man, this is really amazing. And now there's a walk. The Yankees are not about rebuilding. No, the Yankees are not going to rebuild, nor should they. They have a great team. But you just need a team that gets over the hump, and this team has not been able to do that yet. Washington deserves it all after the heartbreak. Yeah, they deserve it. Honestly, if it's Astros and Nationals, I'll root for the Nationals. Why the heck not? Anything other than seeing the Astros win again. Just because it's frustrating to see the Houston Astros constantly win titles in the right after they beat the Yankees. You notice the last 2 World Championships have beaten the Yankees in the playoffs? The last 2, Washington 2017, or I'm sorry, Astros in 2017, Red Sox in 2018. They both beat the Yankees. They both have that in common. And that's kind of annoying. And the Angels in 2000, the Diamondbacks in 2001. The Yankees are known for this. The Diamondbacks in 01, the Angels in 02, the Marlins in 03, the Red Sox in 04. The Yankees, for some reason, are known to lose to World Series champions. Trying to think who else. I think that's been basically, yeah, okay. So then they went through a long drought where they didn't do it. And now they're on a 2-year streak again. 2017 was our best chance. I think, I'd say now, because I think now this team's better and they're more experienced. I actually thought this was our best chance. The problem is, Houston was always better. The question was always, how are you going to beat Houston? Oh, thank God you stopped that. Oh, you dropped the ball. You can't do anything right, St. Louis. Oh, throw in the darn towel. This is really random, but Kershaw in the postseason equals garbage. No, that's correct. That's correct. He's one of the worst big game postseason pitchers I've ever seen. I mean, he's right up there with Severino and Paxton. No, Kershaw's worse. Because Kershaw's had more time to do it. I don't know what... And Severino and Paxton aren't as good as Kershaw. Kershaw's a great player, and for some reason constantly lets them down. So... And yeah, that's why the Dodgers aren't in it. The Dodgers aren't in it because Clayton Kershaw's a choker. But... It is still frustrating to watch Severino and to watch Paxton. I mean, Paxton had a great regular season. He had the best regular season of probably all the Yankees pitchers. And he chokes again. Chokes twice. And Severino, goodness. After game 2, I said, Severino, you have to pitch better. I mean, when the second batter of the game, guys, the second batter gives up the hit. When he gives up the home run after the second batter, I was done. I was done with this game because I knew the Yankees weren't going to come back. I knew it, and so it angers me. Choke saw. Jose Altuve in playoff mode. Altuve's great. Houston has so many great players on their team. It's amazing. Yankees better win Game 4. Yes, they have to. If they don't win Game 4, the series is over. The series is done. Game 4 is a must win. They did it in 2017. We'll see if they can do it in 2019. And looking back, I think it's going to depend on the starting pitching. It's going to depend on who they get to. In Game 1, the Yankees had the starting pitching advantage. In Game 2, Houston did. In Game 3, Houston did. It's all about who's got the better starting pitching. So I'm interested to see who they're going to go with in Game 4. I just wish Tanaka could pitch every game. Tanaka is so much better than every other guy on this Yankee team in the postseason. It's ridiculous. We're going to need him. Deja vu from last year's ALDS Game 3 when Betts hit that deep fly ball on the first pitch. I knew it was over. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like when Mookie Betts hits the big... and when Altuve hit it, you knew it was done. What we got to do to see the Yankees win a World Series, got to place it in... To see the Yankees win a World Series, got to place it in by MLB The Show. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, the joke. Oh, by MLB The Show. No, look. You know what? If you want to see the Yankees win, go watch highlights from 2009, 2000, 1999, 1998, 1996, 1978, 1977, 1961, 1962, I believe, 1961, 1958, 1957. You go on and on and on. You can see so many times of the Yankees winning the World Championship. There's so much footage of the Yankees winning the World Championship. It's just not in the last 10 years. It's been 10 years now. And it's annoying. It's frustrating. The Yankees should be better than this. But for some reason, it's just happened. Oh my goodness, is it about to be 2-0? Oh my God! What are you doing? What are you doing? What the heck are you doing? Did you guys see that on the TV? Did you guys see that? There were 3 Cardinals players that had a chance at the ball, and they all had a drop in front of them. You gotta be kidding me! How about, look at that! Look at that! Got rid of every player on this team! That's a joke. I don't even have a rooting interest, and I'm embarrassed for St. Louis. St. Louis, I'm sorry. Hashtag make the Yankees great again. Hashtag make the Cardinals decent again. I'm more outraged by this than I am about the Yankees. Oh my gosh, the pain. Oh, the pain, bro. Oh, the pain. What is wrong with you? It's 5-0! Cardinals shouldn't even be there. No, they shouldn't. This Nats team reminds me of the 0-3 Marlins. They're playing inspired baseball. They are. They are. 0-3 Marlins. Yep, they went and beat the Giants in that great series against the Marlins. Or that great series against the Marlins. That great series, the Game 3 and Games 4 were epic. Had the great comeback against the Cubs, Bartman. And they had the fantastic World Series against the Yankees. Walk off in Game 4, dominant in Game 5 and Game 6. St. Louis, oh gosh. The outlier of this entire postseason, I will look back and go, how did the Cardinals score 10 runs in the first inning against Atlanta? I'm going to look back and go, how the heck did that happen? Why did that happen? There's no reason for me that you can explain why the Cardinals should have scored 10 runs in the first inning against Atlanta, and now they can't do anything right. I should, I might post a video later of just, like a short video, watching Cardinals Braves, because I'm so angry at St. Louis. It's ridiculous. And so it's already a pitching change. Already a darn pitching change. Okay. I should get back to the Yankees here. This is why you probably clicked on this video, to hear me talk about the Yankees. The Cardinals' incompetence got in the way. Okay, Yankee fans, here's the positive. At least we're not the Cardinals. At least we're not St. Louis. Okay? At least we're playing inspired baseball a little bit. We're not embarrassing ourselves. We're just losing to a better team. And you could probably make the case for St. Louis that they've run into a better team. But not this bad. Again, we played better in this series than St. Louis has. So that's the one good thing we can look at this on. And by the way, assuming nothing crazy happens, there will be a Cardinals-Nationals post-game reaction after tonight's game. After Cardinals-Nationals, we'll be back here. We'll be live. We'll be doing a reaction, trophy presentation. We'll bring it all to you. Oh, NLCS MVP. I haven't even thought about it. Okay. Let me see what Twitter's saying on this. I like to get a scope of the people. Can everybody? Adam Eaton, Howie Kendricks, Anthony Rendon, Max Scherzer, Ryan Zimmerman. I don't know. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. Curious to see how they're gonna announce it. I got no idea yet, but we'll find out. We'll find out tonight because St. Louis ain't coming back from this. I'm an Astros fan, but I check out what everybody's saying. I'm enjoying the ALCS more than the NLCS. Oh, congratulations! As a Yankee fan, wait, let me get the hat back. Throw the hat. I don't know what it says. I did not throw this hat the entire game. I threw it watching this. Congrats to your team so far. You've played great. You've dominated. And now you got a 2-1 lead. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do tomorrow. Your pitching is really good. I hate Garrett Cole so much. And, yeah, I hate everybody on your offense. They're all really good. It's just frustrating, man. Oh, man. I mean, poor Adam Wainwright. Poor Adam Wainwright just coming out here to just try and salvage this. All right, so who are the Yankees going to start in Game 4? We should get in on that because that's what's going to really depend on if the Yankees are going to win this series or not. Is if they win Game 4, and if they win Game 4, it's got to come down to who starts. If tomorrow's game is rained out, Tanaka will likely start Game 4. That is what Boone said. And it looks like the Game 4 is going to get rained out. And if that does, again, Tanaka will probably start Game 4. The NL is no match to whoever they'll face. Yeah. Although, I would not be 100% confident about the Nationals. They're on a magic carpet ride right now, man. They're on such a run. I would be a little bit worried. I still think you'll win. I still think you'll dominate. But I wouldn't rule it out 100% because I didn't think so. I thought whoever wins this series is probably going to win. The way the Nationals have been playing. Oh, they finally got 2 outs. Whoop-de-doo. Finally got 2 outs there. Oh, boy. So, yeah, it's a Tanaka Game 4, which is good. If they get Tanaka to start Game 4, brilliant. He's fantastic, and he's probably the best savior. And let me tell you guys, if you can get shutout baseball from Tanaka, 6, 7 innings, I don't care how he pitches. If you can get shutout baseball from Tanaka, and you can't win Game 4, you don't deserve to win the series. You have to step up. If Tanaka is going to perform, play great, you have to step up. You have to step up. I don't care who they're playing. You have to get to them. Get to them early. Now, Tanaka's probably going to be great. Oh, 7-0! This is the worst thing to happen in St. Louis since the Rams left. I don't know what terrible things have happened in St. Louis. Since whatever that terrible thing that happened in St. Louis, this is abysmal. Oh, this is the worst thing that happened in St. Louis since Super Bowl 36. I mean, look at this. It's 7-0 Game 1. Well, they're facing the Cards. It's up in the air right now. No, it's not up in the air. This series is over. This game is over. Seal it. Lock it up. Throw away the key. Let's throw away the key. Signed, sealed, delivered. Personally, I think the Yankees and Astros both need to pick up their bats. I mean, Game 1 had the best output so far. Yeah, Game 1 was fantastic. I mean, look, Houston, yes, you probably could pick up the bats a little bit more. But when your pitching is so great, you don't need to really pick up the bats. Again, you only needed 2 runs yet today. You only needed 3 runs in Game 2, and you only needed 2 runs in Game 3. And you delivered. But Cardinals should just forfeit the game. Yeah, just end this game. Throw in the towel. You're embarrassing yourselves. You're embarrassing yourselves. You're embarrassing your family. You're embarrassing your city. You're embarrassing your state. You're embarrassing everyone associated with this team. You're embarrassing the late, great Jack Buck. You're embarrassing Stan Musial. I mean, it's up in the air about the domination. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, I misread your quote. About the dominance. They're facing the Cards. Oh, okay, they're facing... Yes. Yes. Again, I'm not saying the Nationals are totally 100% dominant. They're just on a great ride right now. And sometimes we've seen these teams, the 03 Marlins, we've seen teams with great stories win the whole thing. The 2013 Ravens, 2012 Ravens, or whatever it was. We've seen teams with great stories. Not the best teams, but they had great stories and they had great rides and they were able to ride that ride to the championship. This inning is finally over. Goodness gracious. Again, we will be on after Game 4 to bring you a post-game reaction to this champ title. Alright. Any more questions here, guys? We got about 10-20 minutes left. As long as you guys keep asking questions about what's going to happen. Looking for more Yankee quotes here to describe this. Yeah, nothing really else from Boone, it looks like. It looks like Boone just did just said Tanaka will start Game 4. I don't really think of anything... I can't really think of anything Boone did that was, like, so egregious today. Again, if you really want to say that they were egregious, it's putting Ottavino in. I guess that's the thing. It's like, stop putting Ottavino in. Like, the guy can't pitch in the postseason. He can't win in big moments. He can't deliver in big moments. I'm trying to think of anything like really, really ridiculous. And yeah, there was no, again, except the biggest thing is, again, probably starting Ottavino again, but I don't know if the series was already over. The biggest mistake he made in this playoffs was taking Chad Green out. Yankees are the only hope for New York sports. Yeah, I know that's right now. Although the Giants are 1 game out. Do not rule out the Giants. They're only 1 game out. Yankees did pretty good today despite the loss against Cole. I mean, Severino did better after the 2 home runs, but the game was over by then. The problem with the Yankees here, and I was talking about this earlier, I never felt like they had a chance. I never even remotely thought this team was going to have a chance after that home run. I knew they weren't going to come back. I just knew that either the bullpen was going to blow it or the offense was going to struggle. And kind of both things happened. Although the bullpen was great, except for, Ottavino and Green. And Severino, again, settled down after that. But it's difficult to think about. But again, I never felt like this team was going to be... I never felt like this team was in it. I never felt like they were going to be close. It always seemed to me like the Yankees were going to blow it. So, I'm always worried when Judge comes up. I mean, yeah... he did have the home run in the last game. You always wonder, but yeah, Judge has. I will say, Judge hasn't been 100% there since the injuries. You do worry about him, but I mean, 2017 he was such an outlier. He was such a revelation in 2017. Hasn't really been the same guy since. I still love him, and he still's great, but maybe I'm being too negative on Judge. Judge is great. It's just with the injuries this year. St. Louis just all sitting around seeing who's going to blame who for this. I mean, Stanton's going to come back. Is Stanton going to come back? What's going on with Stanton? I need to know what's going on. Is he really hurt and can't play? Or is he... I mean, I don't want to accuse the guy of checking out at all, but I do want to know what's happening with him. Can he go or can he not? It's like that with Alvarez. I think the playoffs are getting him frustrated. Yeah. I mean, the playoffs is a different animal. Guys talk about this all the time. The playoffs is a different beast. In the postseason, some guys can't handle it. Clayton Kershaw, a big example. Some guys, for some reason, just can't handle those big moments, and right now we're seeing that with a couple guys here on this Yankee team. Who's your favorite to go to Super Bowl 54? Patriots, without a doubt. It shouldn't even be debated. Saints, probably, because if Bridgewater can continue to play like this until Breeze gets back, and if Breeze is back and back to 100% Breeze, Saints are probably going to have home field advantage, and they're probably going to be... Because I don't think San Francisco is going to have home field advantage. I think the Saints probably will. And the Saints are probably playing the best right now. They're playing with a backup quarterback, and they're winning every game. Texans won't go to the Super Bowl. I mean, Watson's been pretty good, but yeah, it's not always great for... What is the Texans' record? Don't tell me. I'm going to look up the Texans' record right now. But not Texas record. Texans' record. The Texans' record is 4-2. Texans are winning the AFC South, which I don't really know. The AFC South's a strange division. Jaguars, Titans, Colts. It's a weird division this year. Can't really figure everybody out. Get rid of O'Brien. I hate our coach. Made the playoffs. Texans, the league leader in getting out in the first round. I mean, look, you could have a worse coach. You could have Dan Quinn, who's probably like the coach right now with the most like... Get rid of that guy. I was going to say the Jets and Gase, but Gase bought himself some time with the win this week. a lot of guys out there that you could sit there. It's probably Quinn. Garrett, you could just be like Dallas and just be like, all right, it's enough. Garrett's not accomplishing enough. I know Garrett has got some playoff wins, like maybe 1 or 2, but it's not enough. Like, that's all you've gone. What happened to dude only has 1 sack because he's still a nightmare in the Super Bowl? Yeah, the Rams are falling apart. I mean, now the Rams are getting Ramsey, so I'm assuming Ramsey's now going to be 100%, like, ready to go. But yeah, I'm curious. And by the way, he won. Jalen Ramsey took on his team and he won. He won the battle against his team. So now I'm interested to see how guys in the league are going to move on. How will guys, the next time there's somebody who wants to get out of there, how is he going to handle that? Is he just going to go to the press and just say, trade me? I'm curious to see. I feel like this will open up a whole new market now for guys like that want to get out of bad situations as quickly as possible. But there is maybe the NFL's just figured out Sean McVay. Maybe the people just started to figure out this team. The offensive line's a wreck. Running game's a problem. You know, Gurley being out this week. Golf struggles. Golf is reverting back to 2016 golf. Tom Brady and Verlander is like looking in the mirror, both still at the top of their fight past their primes. Yeah. Verlander has found the fountain of youth. Brady's always been good. Verlander has found the fountain of youth there. Maybe it's being with Kate Upton. I don't know. In Houston, he's just figured it out. I will lean towards he found Kate Upton, and that is what it took him to reach that nirvana state of where he is right now, continuing to be a dominant pitcher. Love the dude. Justin Verlander's the man. Like, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm like, that guy's awesome. What a life he's lived. Future Hall of Famer. 3 no-hitters. It's just depressing right now, guys. It's just really, really depressing to think about all this, to look at all this. So, we gotta win tomorrow. Or whenever that game is. I guess it'll be Thursday. You gotta win Thursday now. You gotta figure out ways to get these wins. What will the Yankees do to get back to a World Series? Fire their trainers, and then in the offseason, work on getting some starting pitching. You got the bullpen. You got the lineup. Even though they're struggling here in the postseason, in the offseason, pay Cole whatever he wants. Blank check to Cole. Say, here, go. We want you on this team. Although, you know, will he be the same with Larry Rothschild? I don't know. But the number one thing I do is like get some help in pitching during the offseason. You've got to find new guys who's available in the offseason for the Yankees. You've got to improve that starting pitching. Because this starting pitching right now is not doing it. This starting pitching for this Yankee team right now is not enough. They have to get better. Gosh. So bad. People are starting to leave the live stream. We should probably get rid of this. You guys have any more questions here? Because if not, we'll get out of it. But yeah, man, it's just a rough day, man. It's just a rough day. And again, I knew Houston was the better team going in. I knew Houston were the favorites, but this loss still stinks. It's still frustrating to watch this team lose. Even if it's to a better team, to see your team lose in this playoff spot, it hurts. It's awful. And again, I want this team to turn it around, but I don't think it will. But they got to win Game 4. If the Yankees want to prove me that they're going to win this series, they got to win Game 4 and they got to win Game 5. Will LeBron win a 4th ring this year? If we're talking in the next 5, 6, 7 years, I don't know. If he wins next year, I'll say no. Right now, I think the Clippers are going to win the title this year. Cole has video game numbers, haven't lost since May. Cole is amazing. Again, Yankees, whatever you want, pay Cole. Peace out, surfing the net. Good luck tomorrow. All right, Viper, good luck tomorrow or Thursday or whenever they're going to play again. Good luck, all right? But speaking of LeBron has some problems there with the comments he made about China. I never thought I would see the day where LeBron James would get ratioed on Twitter, but that's what happened. People just so angry at LeBron for the way he just defended China and attacked Daryl Morey. It was strange to me. And I love LeBron, but it was weird to see him take that stance. But you're seeing a lot of guys in the NBA right now, and who are who have money in China, who are just defending China, and because they want that money, they don't want to. It's so strange with that whole thing. You don't want to criticize them at all. In fact, I'm actually scared of criticizing them right now. They might shut down my YouTube channel, but you can't criticize them at all. And if you do, you might lose everything with them. If you're working with them, if you're associates with them. See what the NBA is going through right now. It's a bizarre situation. And are you a hockey fan? If so, what's your favorite team? Not a hockey fan, but if I am, another Nationals hit. Oh, here we go again. If so, my favorite team would be the Devils. Like if I play a hockey video game, I'm playing the Devils. But I mean, I can't tell you who's on the Devils right now. Martin Brodeur. The last Devil I can name is Martin Brodeur, and I know he's not on the team. I know he hasn't been on the team for a while. So yeah, again, I'll always love the like that's the team I'll root for. But I know that I know it's not gonna happen for a while. Man. This is just frustrating. This is just rough. It's tough. It hurts. And again, the fact that it was over after the second batter. After the second batter, I felt like I knew where this game was going, and it did. It basically went. I think I told my grandfather after the game it'd be like a 4-0, 5-1 game, and the game ended up being 4-0, 4-1. So I almost got it right. After the first inning, I knew exactly what was going to happen in this game, and exactly what happened did. Exactly what I expected happened. Oh, Kings. Yeah, I hate the Kings because they beat the Devils and the Rangers in the Stanley Cup. I mean, good for you. Catch that. All right, good. Ah, boy. Yankees, man. It's tough. Again, this is just a really difficult spot that they're in, but hopefully they'll be able to get a win in Game 4. Hopefully they'll be able to pull it out in Game 5. And if not, again, if they don't pull it off in Game 4, the series done. It's dead. But I'm hoping that they can pull this win out in Game 4. Do you think Baker Mayfield? Yes! He's definitely a cocky player. I don't care if he's a good player. And right now, I don't know if it's him or the offense or Freddie Kitchens, but they're not good. They're not good right now. And they're about to be 2-5, I think, because they're playing New England. It's a rough situation right now for Cleveland. This could get a really ugly situation here very soon. With all the egos in that locker room, this could become a very toxic situation there for Cleveland. Maybe Odell will ask out. It's just frustrating. They're up there for most disappointing teams right now. Rams, the Chiefs are still good, so I'm not gonna worry about that. But the Rams probably, and the Browns. Those are my two, and I'm probably missing one. I should look up who I had in the beginning. I have my picks here saved. I had the Patriots, Browns. Browns, Steelers, but that was injuries. Maybe the Chargers. I don't know. Cowboys and Bears. Maybe I shouldn't have trusted Trubisky. Green Bay 5-1. Green Bay. I mean, that was a fraudulent win yesterday. That was the most awful win I've seen. I mean, gosh, the refs were terrible tonight. The refs were terrible yesterday. No, the Niners are legitimate. Cause I'm not sleeping on the Niners anymore. The Niners are really good. Jimmy G, Shanahan, the Niners are really good. They're a solid team. I don't know if they're going to win the NFC, but look out for them. Okay, so they're getting the double play. Good job. Good job, Cardinals, getting out of that inning. Game 4 again. I should look up when. So Game 4 is supposed to be tomorrow, but it's also supposed to rain. So we don't have a total idea yet of what's going to happen. And if Game 4 does get rained out, I believe Game 4 will be Thursday, and then Game 5 will be Friday. And then Game 6 Saturday, and Game 7 Sunday. So, yeah, Game 4 is scheduled for tomorrow, but it's also supposed to rain. Game 5 is Wednesday, Game 6 Friday, Game 7 Saturday. No, Game 7 will be Sunday. Yeah, okay. Wednesday, Thursday, Game 5. Saturday, Game 6. Sunday, Game 7. Niners playing cupcake teams. They've beaten the teams they've played. Whoever they've faced, they've beaten them. It may have not been the greatest schedule so far, but you know what? They've gotten through. They've gotten the wins. So I can't really be angry with them. They've done what they've had to do. They've done their job. They've gotten the win. Jimmy G has really stepped up. Again, Shanahan's one of the best young coaches in the league. He's finally getting the chance to show that. Even though Shanahan did blow a Super Bowl a few years ago with Atlanta. This team's really good. Goodness gracious. All right, any more questions, guys? We got 5 minutes here. So we've hit on most of the talking points here with this game. The Yankees did have one error. They had 5 hits. I mean, the Astros, when you look at it, Astros had 7 hits, Yankees had 5. You'd think it would be a much closer game. Again, it was 4-1 and over in the first inning. I want to know how many Yankee fans out there thought it was over in the first inning, because I definitely did. After the first inning and seeing what I just knew what this game would become. So I felt like it was going to be over I felt like it was over in the first inning. I don't know how many other fans did. I felt like it was, and it turned out to be right. It turned out to be a correct assessment of what was going to happen. It's a bummer. How about beats in competition? Let's see what San Francisco does. Who do the Niners play next? Niners schedule. Oh gosh, they play the Redskins. Okay, they play Carolina next week. Not this week. They play the Panthers. They play the Redskins next week. They play Carolina next week. Carolina is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm interested to see that. They play Arizona. That should be a win. They play San Francisco. They play Seattle November 11th. Keep an eye on that game. Then they play the Cardinals again. And they play Green Bay November 24th. So they have some competition coming up. They have like every other game. They've got a competitive game. So just want to remind you guys, after tonight's game, I will be back right here on the show breaking down week. No, that's tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow is going to be my week 6 or 7 predictions. So keep an eye out for that. Tomorrow will be week 7 predictions. Early in the morning, we're going to upload those. Later tonight, I will be having a post-game show for Nationals Cardinals, and I will assume a Nationals victory. Again, if the Cardinals win, I'm not going to do a show because I really don't care. I have nothing interesting to say. If the Nationals win Game 4, come back here. We're going to have a post-game show. We're going to have the trophy presentation. We're going to have a reaction. We're going to have a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that. The Cowboys are really a joke organization. How Jason Garrett still has a job. You know why Jason Garrett still has a job? Because he's friends with Jerry. That's why. If you're friends with Jerry, you can get away with almost everything. And you have. He's been a mediocre coach for a decade. Mediocre, slightly good coach for a decade. And he's been able to get away with it. Why? Because Jerry likes him. He kisses up to Jerry. That's how you keep that Cowboys job. He's done a great job at it. It's been, again, 85 years since Washington has made it to the World Series, and they're now on the verge of doing so. And again, we will have a post-game show with all that reaction coming up later tonight. So check back here after the game. And again, if the Cardinals win, if the Cardinals come back, I probably won't do a video because they'll still be down 3-1. So I really don't know what I'm going to say in that situation. Just rough. We have 8 people watching the stream now. For some reason, the stream's going up. People are watching again. All right. So again, final questions here, guys. We got about 2.5 minutes before we get going. A rough Yankees loss, a disappointing Yankees loss, but I also kind of knew it was going to happen. Now it's up to can they win Game 4? Can Tanaka come through in Game 4? Tanaka will probably start. Can he come through in Game 4? Can the Yankees offense come through and set up for a pivotal Game 5? Go Astros. Luis, congratulations on a big win today. Best of luck to you. Your team plays great. Garrett Cole's fantastic, and your offense is tremendous. All credit to you guys. The way you're playing right now. All credit to you. Oh, boy. The Nationals are killing the Cards. Oh, what's up, Rob? You just came here just as we're about to wrap up here. Yeah, I was screaming earlier. I cannot believe how badly this series is going for St. Louis. The Nationals are destroying them. Boo Astros. Yeah, boo Astros. I don't want them to win either, but they're a great team. I have to give it up to them. The Astros are a fantastic team. One of the best teams out there, probably the best team in baseball right now, and they're playing great. The Cardinals have a running around first. So, again, right now it's 7-0 Washington. It was 7-0. Thanks, buddy. It's really a great series. It is. Who are you having for NFL MVP? Probably it's either Mahomes or Watson. I'll stick with Mahomes right now because I think he'll turn it around, but look out for Watson. Watson's a great. Watson's fantastic too. So, and yes, it has been a great series, Luis. Hopefully it gets better for me personally for the Yankees, but whatever happens, may the best team win. And right now, I think, sadly, I hate to admit it, I think the best team is winning right now. I'd love to turn that around, but I've always thought Houston was the better team, and they're permanent in this series. So any more questions, guys, here in the final minute, and then we'll get going. Again, we'll be back. Stay tuned right here on this channel. We'll be back right after Nationals-Cardinals Game 4, breaking it down. Again, assuming if the Nationals win, we'll be here with a trophy presentation, reaction, celebration, and all that. And we'll be talking about how Washington goes into the World Series here. Again, Washington on the verge of their first World Series in 85 years. So, yeah, that's really it for now, guys. Again, this loss stinks. This is a tough loss for the Yankees, but we're savages. Next man up. Let's see if we can do. Let's try to do it in whenever Game 4 is. I don't care if Game 4 is Wednesday, Thursday, or 100 years from now. Let's get after Game 4. Do you think the Yankees should trade Chances or stick with him? I think he's weird. I think he's too good, but he can also be so destructive. I think you stick with him, but Again, I mean, I don't know if I'll blame them if they want to trade him after this series because he's been so frustrating. He's been so tough to watch. It's so awful to see him struggle. But he can really help you out, but he can also devastate you, and that's what he's doing in this series. All right, I think that's it for now, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Yankees lose. Astros win 4-1. Astros take a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4. We'll be back after Game 4 as well. We'll be back after Nationals-Cardinals tonight, again, assuming if the Nationals win. That's it for now. Thanks, guys, for watching. Congrats to the Astros on a big Game 3 win. Let's go Yankees. Savages, next man up. Let's do it in Game 4. The series is not over. Let's fight. We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanquish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you after Nationals-Cardinals Game 4, probably. Take care, and guys.